We're going to pause for just a moment just to kind of extended mountain pose. Turn your toes in. Roll your shoulders back and forth a couple times. Do some little circles. All right. And then just find yourself, feet are about hips distance apart for just a moment. Take a deep breath, kind of settle in. So welcome, this is Tai Chi, and this is the soon short form. We're gonna do a full practice of this form today. So this is the 5th lesson, I think. So we're gonna do this as a full form, and then I'll show you some variations on it. And we might do a little taste of a different form at the end. So we're gonna take a nice big breath and lift up onto the tiptoes. And this will be kind of a little warm up for the feet. So you're coming up onto the tiptoes. Now I practice Tai Chi barefoot, but you can practice Tai Chi with shoes on. You just want to make sure that they don't have a lot of texture on the bottom, because they provide too much resistance. You need a shoe that's kind of slippery. So coming up, and coming down. So I'm just lifting onto my tiptoes. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, coming back down. And then one more time, coming on up, coming back down. Now, I'm gonna pause right here, take one arm up and one arm down. I'm not lifting onto my toes, just stretching a bit to the side, swing the opposite directions, and then stretch the other way. So this is a little Qigong move called bridging heaven and earth. So we're stretching down and up simultaneously. And then there's an opportunity for a little bit of a side bend there, so you can take that opportunity as well. Ooh. And then one more time. Oh. And one more time. On that side. All right, so let's take a few moments. So we're gonna do some, a little bit, like maybe a little wider with the legs and a little soft in the knees. We're gonna do a little bit of a spin here with the ribs. Just let the arms kind of go where they go. Oh, so we're turning from the rib cage and kind of loosening up a little bit. So one of the things with Tai Chi is that we want to keep the joints a little bit on the soft side, a little responsive. We're never gonna straighten the arm all the way. We're never gonna lock out the knees or the hips. Oh, there's always gonna be a little bit of give. So 2 more of those, and 2. And then when you come back to the center, we're gonna pause right there. All right, so we're gonna do some circles with the wrists. And then circle the other direction. You can also kind of get a little fluid in the wrist if you like. All right, so then we're going to stretch out the fingers and curl those in, and stretch them out, and curl them in, and stretch them out nice and big, and curl them in. We'll give the fingers a little wiggle. All right, yogis. So we're gonna take a moment. You're gonna pick one leg up, give that leg a little shake, and then you're gonna put the toes down on the floor so that you can, your heel is in the air, your toes are on the ground. And then we're gonna spin a little circle all the way around the ball of the foot here. And then go the other direction. Feels nice. All right, give that leg a little shake again, and then we'll do the other side. So we're gonna take this leg, give it a little shake, and then put the ball of the foot on the floor and spin around a circle around the ball of that foot. One direction. We're just letting the hip, the knee, the ankle joint all get a little fluid movement. And then go the other direction. Give it another little shake. All right, so we're almost ready, and I won't cause any trouble. I am ready. So we're going to take ourselves now through a little Qigong movement, and this Qigong movement is called kind of going with the flow, you might call it that. So we're going to take the legs out kind of on the wide side, and we're going to sink into a little kind of, it's like a horse stance, but it's not as deep. So horse stance is normally done way down deep. This one is a little softer, right on? So not quite as wide, not quite as deep. We want to be able to shift the weight back and forth. So just double check that your knee is going to be happy with that idea. And then as you shift your weight over one way, you're going to kind of imagine that you're holding a beach ball in between your hands. You're going to take this beach ball and go up. So I'm going that way with my weight. And then I'm going this way with my weight. Okay, so the arms are going to make a figure 8. Or maybe it's more like an infinity symbol in front of us. So we're shifting the weight over one way, turn in that direction. Shifting the weight the other way, turn in that direction. All right. So the purpose of this is to move ourselves in a way that sort of evokes a flow, right? Oh. Creates a circumstance where there's a ebb and a flow, or a tidal kind of movement. And then the nature of the movement is, or the way we think about it in our mind while we're doing it, is kind of letting go into the flow of things. Not trying to be in charge of it, but just letting go into it. And there might be one side that's a little more fluid for you than the other. And just let go into the fluid side and work with your other side. Okay, we're going to do it 3 more times. Now, when I get through the other side, I'm going to pause in the center and bring my legs back in. And then, just come back to that sense that's like a mountain pose. This is in Qigong, it's called earth posture. That's the appropriate translation. And so I'm just feeling the kind of sense of being grounded. It's very similar, if not identical, to mountain pose, frankly. All right, and so then you just kind of take stock. So when you do any of the movements, whether it's yoga or Qigong or Tai Chi, you always just take stock. How does this practice make me feel? Is it a practice that I want to keep with me and take with me into my life? Or is it a practice that is, one that I'm going to put on the shelf for a while? All right, so we're going to start our Soon form with the movement that's called opening the door. Now, to do this, I'm backing up as far back as I can get, and I'm going to try not to step on this creature. Is at my feet. So I've got, my heels are touching, my toes are a little wide. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So this is called the heaven posture. Earth posture, heels are out, got about hips distance. Heaven posture, heels are in, okay? So it makes me feel a little bit like I've zipped up my spine. So maybe that's the reason it's a heaven posture. So we're going to take a nice big breath. Exhale, just let go. And then we're going to inhale. You're going to sink a little bit into the knees. Just bend the knees. Your arms are going to float up about level with the chest. We're going to shift all the weight into our right leg. So we're going to step forward with our left foot. And it's like you're handing someone a ball, okay? Then the right foot follows. The hands come closer to the chest. We're going to take a big breath. And this is a Qigong breath. We're going to do that several times. So now we're going to press the palms forward. Shift the weight again over to the left this time so we can step out with the right foot. This is single whip. Draw a big circle. And as you shift your weight back, you'll step in for a moment. We'll switch the hands. This is waving hands like clouds. So we're going to step out to the right and travel. And then step in and come back. Okay. Step out to the right. Step in. We got one more to go. So I'm working with the space I'm in, which is not very big, so I'm just going to take a step till I'm at the point where I can't go any farther. Step in. Now, when you get to the center, we're going to make this a Qigong breath. Okay, now I'm going to spin I'm going to pick up my right heel and turn it backwards so I can turn sideways facing where my left foot was. My arm is open like a C, like I'm hugging a tree beside me. I'm going to step forward with this left foot, brush my knee, and then push the right hand forward. Step in halfway, and then strum the guitar as our move. So we're going to do this with our hands. Notice how this elbow is bent, and this hand is protecting my elbow. Okay? So that's strum the guitar. I'm also balanced on my tiptoes here. So then I'm going to step down with my left foot and jut my right hand out. This is a strike. And then I'm going to step with my right foot, jut out with my left hand, another strike. And then I'm going to pull my fist back as I step forward with my left. My right foot and my right fist are going to all come to the center. So fists together, feet together. Then I'm stepping back with my right foot, pulling back a ball. And then you push it away like a giant mountain. Now my right foot turns back to where I started. And then the body travels there, and the left foot follows me there. And then I do a Qigong breath. Now with this form, we go right back into single whip. So we press the palms forward, step out with the right, single whip. Come back. We're going into wave hands like clouds. Stepping in. So notice how my top hand is like, wait. And my bottom hand is like, check the bathwater before you get in. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Step out, wait, check the bathwater. And step in. And when you get to the center, we're going to take a big breath. Okay, this is where I'm going to hug my friend. Step out. That's the brush, knee, and push. I'm going to step in, and this is my strum the guitar. Both my elbows are going to stay a little bit bent as I strike forward, fist back, fists and feet meet, step back to pull back a ball, press forward, come around to the beginning, okay, and we'll take a breath. Okay. Hands float forward, single whip. And don't worry about it if you're not quite getting it. It doesn't matter. Just try to flow with it as best you can. You can go to YouTube and look at all the lessons that kind of break this down if you want later. But if you're here practicing with me live, just do your best. Okay. So we're going to take a breath. We're going to float this elbow out. Okay. And then we're going to brush my knee and push. Coming in to strum the guitar. That's my big move here. And then it sets me up for the strike. Strike. Punch coming up. Together. Step back and pull back a ball. It's a big ball, y'all. It turns into a big mountain. Push. And then we're coming around. So we're going to do this little sequence one more time. Qigong breath. Palms go forward. Single whip. Switching hands, coming across. We're just waving hands like clouds. So my second one. And this is my third one. Not in any hurry. It's like clouds on a summer day. When we get to the middle, we're going to take that Qigong breath. And then we're going to hug our friend. Brush the knee and push. Step in, strum the guitar, step down to strike, up to strike, fist back, everything together. Step back to pull the ball, push the mountain, coming around. We're going to do our Qigong breath. Now I'm going to change directions. I'm going to turn 90 degrees like this, okay? And then we're going to do that again, Qigong breath. starting with the single whip. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. So I'm going to push my hands forward, go out to the side, come back. This is our waving hands like clouds, and I don't have a whole heck of a lot of room here. So they're going to be tiny steps, but you'll work with your space. A little step out, that's my second one. Okay. Me and these plants are going to have a moment with each other. Little step out, this is my third one. Stepping in, I come to my Qigong breath. Good, so I'm going to spin on that right heel, hug my friend, brush my knee, push. Stepping in, strum the guitar. Step down, strike. Step, strike. Fist comes back. Fist and feet meet. Stepping back to pull the ball, push the mountain. Turning, Qigong breath. So hopefully with a little different viewpoint, you can see these moves a little differently. So we're going to step out. There's our single whip. Coming back. Waving hands like clouds. Second one, not in a hurry. One more time. And then when we get to the center, we're going to do a Qigong breath. And then we're going to hug our friend or a tree. Brush your knee and push. Step in, strum your guitar. Strike. Strike. Fist comes back. Everything comes together. Coming back to pull the ball. Press the mountain. Coming around. Qigong breath. We're going to do it twice more. Hands flip forward. Single whip. Waving hands like clouds. Second one. And this is my third one coming up here. Okay. We get to the center. Nice big breath. Giving my friend a hug. Brush, knee, and push. Step in. Strum your guitar. And then we're going to step down and strike. Step up, strike. Fist back. Everything together. Step back to pull back a ball. Push. Coming around. Coming around. Take a breath. So last round here. Single whip. Okay. And then we're going to turn this into waving hands like clouds. Getting temporarily distracted by the furry coworkers who are not being helpful. Stepping out. Try to keep my mind focused. Coming around. And then one more time. Coming to the center, we're going to do a Qigong breath. Okay, so we're hugging our friend. And then we're going to brush, knee, and push. Half a step in, strum your guitar. Step down and strike. Step up, strike. Fist comes back. Everything comes together. Draw the ball back. Push it away. And then we're coming around to the start. Take a Qigong breath. I'm going to turn my back to you now. We're going to turn 90 degrees, okay? So we're going to take a Qigong breath. I'm going to flip my hands forward, single whip out to my right. Coming back. Waving hands like clouds. Now I might go off frame because I'm not situated very well, but you guys just keep going. We got one more to go after this. So we're finishing that guy. And then here's our last one. When you get to the center, you're going to take that Qigong breath. Okay, so then we're going to hug our friend. Stepping out with the left foot, brush your knee and push. Step in, strum your guitar. And then stepping down to strike. Strike. Fist comes back. Bring it together. Good. Pull back with your ball. Push the mountain. And then we're coming around one foot, then the other. Qigong breath. Hands float forward, single whip to the right. Okay. And then we're going to keep going, waving hands like clouds. I'm just creating a little bit less space for myself so that I maybe will stay in frame. We'll hope for the best. One more step. Okay, when I get to the middle, I'm going to take that breath. And then find my tree friend here. Brush my knee and push. Half a step in. Strum your guitar. Step to strike. Step to strike. Fist comes back. Bringing it together. Pull the ball up on your knee and then push that away. Big mountain. Coming around. Big breath. All right, we're going to do one more round going this way. Okay, so we're going to face the palms forward. We're going to step out, single whip. And then waving hands like clouds. Let yourself turn as much as your waist says is okay. They don't have to go all the way to the side. It can be really a front body kind of movement. But if your waist turns quite a lot, you can do it more so that the cloud switches in the corner there on the side. This is my last switch. I come to the middle, Qigong breath. And then I'm going to hug my friend, brush my knee and push. Half a step in, strum the guitar. Okay, and then I'm going to strike, strike. I'm going to pull that fist back. And hopefully I'm still in the frame, coming back. And pushing. Okay. Now I'm coming around. I'm going to do a Qigong breath. I'm going to come all the way around. So I'm going to do a Qigong breath this way. And then I'm going to do a Qigong breath this way. Okay, so now we're going to close the door. So to close the door, my feet are right now hips distance apart. I'm going to take my arms straight up. I'm going to bring the arms down. You can have that little bend in your elbow, but see, like just as high as your arms are willing to go, all the way to the height, your hips. And then we're going to bring the right heel in and the left heel in. So we've got the heels touching, toes apart. That's my heaven posture. And then I'm going to bow. And again, just for reference, because just in case this is the first video you've joined me with this, the fist on the right hand represents strength. The left hand is open with the fingers and thumb together to represent both reaching out in friendship and also humility, right? So my thumb tucked in recognizes that I have that humility and friendship that I'm bringing together with my strength. Okay, so that's our bow. Now, take a moment, give everything a wiggle. So what I'm going to show you is a little opening move for a different form. And I like it. It's the yang short form. And we might work with this one. This one's trickier on video because it turns around in different directions. But this opening part is fairly straightforward. So we're going to start with the feet relatively close together, but more parallel, okay? And the arms are going to come up. So we're going to first just pause. I'm going to show you what the arms are going to do. The arms are going to come up like this, and they're going to go over a ball. Now we kind of remember that, right? There's a little movement like that in the Soon form. We're just going to make it a little bit bigger, okay? So first the action is take a breath, and then we're going to sink in, and we're just going to step this left foot out a little bit. So now we've got more of a hips distance. Now we're going to let ourselves bend as much as you want to, bend in, and bring the arms up over this ball, okay? Then we're going to turn the left foot, and we're going to brush our knee and push. We've already seen that. Okay, right? So that's it. Brush the knee, push. And then we're going to take ourselves back, make a ball, and we're going to do a move that's called parting the horse's mane. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with the arms. So you make a ball, and then the bottom hand's going to go up and the top hand's going to go down like that, okay? Make a ball, bottom hand, top hand. Good. Make a ball, bottom hand, top hand. See that? So that's called parting the horse's mane. So if you can kind of imagine yourself like putting your hand up under the hair and then combing the hair down. It's really a move where you're protecting yourself, right? Protecting yourself, protecting yourself. So you're warding off glances, okay? So that's the move. So we're going to try that. So we have, let's do this. Let's get ourselves from the beginning. So we're going to take that left foot out a little bit. When we get both the weight even, we're going to come up over this ball. We're going to push, all right? And then we're going to grab this little ball here, and we're going to step out with our right foot, and the top arm goes up, okay? Make a ball. Step out with your left foot, top arm or bottom arm goes to the top. Good. Make a ball. I think I'm off frame, but one more time. Make a ball, okay? So we'll play with that one. Let's do the 3 little moves. Come back this way, okay? So I brush my knee, I pushed, right? I'm gonna step out with my right leg. So there it is, my right hand's on the bottom. So I'm stepping out right arm goes up. Come back, rock, and rotate your foot a little bit. Step to your left arm goes up. Okay, rock, rotate your foot a little bit. Step, right arm goes up. And that's it for today. So that is the Yang form, and we'll start working on that guy next week. But for now, yeah, we've got like a little taste, which helps. I think it helps to like learn something and then learn it again, and then learn it again, and then learn it again. So you just repeat, and eventually it gets good. All right, so let's do a couple little cool down things. So I like a wide angle forward bend. So if you want to join me for that, I'm gonna let myself kind of hang upside down and get a little jiggy. And I'm just shifting my hips back and forth and kind of letting my body go with me. And then come up about halfway. Ooh. If you like a squat, you can go deeper into the squat. If you're not a squatting person, don't do that part. And then we're gonna come up. We're gonna bring the legs together. Take the left hand down on the side, take the right arm up, give it a side stretch. Big stretch in the center. Right arm down the thigh, left arm comes over, side stretch. Big stretch in the middle. Okay, let's roll our shoulders up, around, and back. Up, around, and back. Up, around, and back. And in the other direction, up, around, and back. Up, around, and back. Up, around, and back. All right, so we're gonna come to a Qigong thing. This is another Qigong practice, and this is for your kidneys. And so essentially what we're going to do, and we have a little bit of a horse stance here. It's a loose horse stance. A little turned out with the toes, a little bend in the knee. And we're going to swing the body side to side. And as you do that, you're going to sandwich your kidneys between your hands. So one hand to the front, right above belly button. One hand right above the kidneys or right on the kidneys in the back, okay? Then we're going to go swoosh and bring it back. Swoosh, bring it back. So you're just going to go side to side. And in your mind, what you picture is that clean water is rinsing out or providing balance or cleaning your kidney system. And that there is a flow, an appropriate flow of water, an appropriate flow through the kidneys. So we're going to do this 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I don't know if your kidneys feel better, but but I feel better. Thank you for joining me for Tai Chi. This is Soothe form lesson 4 with like a little taste of the Yang form. And then I'll greet you that way, and namaste for those of you who are yogis.